Jack is joining us now. Jack, I've got to be honest, that trumpet's giving me Sonia Jackson from EastEnders.
I wasn't aware of the reference, but yeah, a few people on Twitter had made the comparison themselves.
It's very Sonia.
Yeah.
It is very Sonia. Be more Sonia, that's what I was saying. Jack, it's so lovely to see you. It's been over 10 years now since you were on BGT.
Yes, I feel that makes me feel slightly old, but I think kind of looking back on that, it feels slightly like it happened to somebody else, but it's always a nice thing to do because I had a really great time on the show, and it kind of gave me a platform for everything else that I've done, really. So.
And we were chatting in the break, and I was saying, like, acting's not new to you. I mean, I loved you in Trolleyed on Sky. Thought you were great in that. And now, it's on the Cobbles.
Congratulations. You joined on the 27th of December.
Yeah.
You've brought so much comedy to the Cobbles already. Well done, you.
Well, yeah, thank you.
I mean, we've done a show from the Cobbles, and they are the most warm, friendly bunch you could ever wish to imagine, aren't they? Yeah,
yeah. I think, because obviously, starting on such a kind of institution of a show will always be a bit daunting, but I think kind of testament to the cast and crew, really, and how lovely they are that I've settled in so quickly.
Well, they've took you in, but how did it come about that you got the role on Coronation Street?
Well, I'd kind of... There'd been rumblings for a little while, but I've got a couple of friends on the writing staff, and they were trying to get me in and kind of thinking of ways in which that could happen. And then this character of Bobby came about, and yeah, I mean, it's just been an absolute dream to play because they obviously know my sense of humour and all that kind of thing. So we've been able to put a bit of that stuff in, and luckily the chief commanders at Coronation Street have helped out with that. So
I've got to say, there's very much a lot of Jack Carroll in Bobby.
Yes.
When I'm watching that character, even just from that clip, I'm like, it's Jack Carroll. Yeah,
I mean, hopefully not everything. There's certain aspects that I wouldn't be too proud to share, but yeah, I think there's a lot of the humour from my stand-up act is obviously in there and stuff. I think he's probably kind of a lot more happy-go-lucky than I am on some days. He's me, but on a really good day, I suppose. Yeah.
What was that first day on the Cobbles like for you?
Well, it's just...
The actual Coronation Street.
It's bizarre. It is bizarre. Walking past Roy's or, Underworld, all these sets that you've kind of... Even that are just on in the corner of the room most of the time. And you're like... It's just very, very a bizarre experience. And I think, I hope that never really leaves me as long as I'm on the show.
It must have been so surreal. I mean, it's one of the biggest shows on TV. It's been going forever.
Yeah.
It's iconic, and you are part of that.
Yeah, I mean, now you've said that, I'm starting to feel a little bit of pressure, to be honest.
Sorry.
But no, it is it's a huge privilege, and I'm very lucky to be able to kind of add it to my CV.
Well, look, we've not seen loads of Bobby just yet.
Yeah.
However, we're quite certain he's got an eye for the ladies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, where's that eye going to be wandering, do we think?
Well, I think that'll develop over the coming weeks, and we'll kind of see where it takes him. I think those developments will be very interesting, kind of going forward into this year, and they'll really kind of develop into. I've kind of found out recently a big blockbuster kind of storyline, so that's very exciting.
Well, you hinted you had some big storylines coming up.
Yeah.
So when are we likely to see those then?
So we've filmed some of them, so I think it'll be over the next few months those seeds will start developing, and yeah, very exciting indeed.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. Bobby's got a job as well, working in Underworld.
He has indeed. Yeah, he's a harder worker than I am. Luckily, I'm not modelling any of the merchandise. Luckily, so yeah, I think it's great to kind of be on that set and kind of doing stuff. It's just, it's a very strange experience.
Jack, I want to thank you because my nephew Arthur, he's got cerebral palsy, and for him to watch somebody like you, take on the role of Coronation Street, it is incredible. So is it lovely to bring awareness to something like cerebral palsy, and you've got Coronation Street as a platform? Yeah,
I think as well the way that, because I've had quite a lot of messages like that, and that's absolutely lovely. And I think the way they've gone about doing it and portraying disabilities, they've done it in a really smart way, and the way that I would choose to do it, I think, which is, you know, the disability is a facet of the character and quite a prominent facet, but there's lots of other stuff going on as well. And I think, you know, it shows him as a human being alongside the disability, which I think, you know, it's really important to do.
Very, yeah.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Well, look, Jack, it's been over a decade. Long may it continue. You're doing such a great job.
Indeed. Well, you know, I'll try as long as they let me.
What's next?
I'll carry on and see kind of what happens on the Cobbles, and then yeah.
This might be it. You might be the new Ken Barlow, and you're just there for life now.
I mean, you know, fingers crossed. I was speaking to David, who plays Roy, the other day in the corridor, and he said, "Don't worry, the first 35 years are the hardest." So,
no, don't. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, Jack. It's so lovely to see you. Happy New Year, mate.
Fab.
And good luck with Bobby.
Yeah.
Thank you for
He sounds
having me,
very
guys.
interesting.
Yeah.
I want to see where that eye wanders.
Cannot wait for those storylines.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very
Cheers for
much.
having
You're
me, guys.
biggies.
Always a pleasure, Jack.